If you're looking for a smart, safe, and proper method to look shredded as quickly as possible, then you're in the wrong place. Cause in today's video, we're not interested in doing the proper stuff, just the stuff that works and works fast. Sure, the right way to do things is to eat healthy, work out, and be incredibly boring. And what I'm about to share with you, although not exactly unhealthy to do, it won't exactly give you long-lasting results and not something to do permanently. But yes, it can give you results very quickly, and that's all that matters. Let's cut straight to the chase. This strategy has all to do with a little thing called water. That's right, that thing that makes up about 30 to 99% of our bodies, give or take. Thing is, our bodies sometimes like to hold on to or retain water a bit too much, which can lead to some extra unwanted pounds and puffiness to our bodies. A big cause for this is having high levels of certain substances in our diets. And if we reduce them even for just one day, we can actually shed a good amount of water weight and yes, see noticeable results as quickly as overnight, especially if we currently have a lot of these substances in our diet. So let's talk about what to change. The first change you can make, which not many people think about, is reducing your creatine supplementation. Creatine is one of the safest fitness supplements you can take, but it does have the one side effect of water retention. Now, that's not exactly a bad thing, especially since creatine is normally used to improve performance, so the added water can actually be helpful with managing fluid levels and body temperature. But if performance is not as important as aesthetics to you, which obviously it isn't, then cutting back on your creatine might be a good idea. Another thing you might want to reduce is sodium. Sodium intake is probably the biggest culprit in water weight fluctuations. You probably even notice it yourself after eating some delicious but sodium-heavy meals. The next day, your muscles might feel just a tad softer and sadder. And you have sodium to thank for that. Health recommendations often put sodium limits at about 2,000 milligrams per day. If you're usually overshooting that, then you're likely a prime candidate to drop some water weight through sodium reduction. Now, sodium is a vital substance for our bodies, so it shouldn't be removed completely. Instead, for a few days, it might be a good idea to drop sodium intake a reasonable amount below recommended limits. And the third thing you might want to reduce in your diet is a big one, and that is carbs. When our bodies store away carbs for future energy use, it forms them into glycogen. And to store glycogen, your body needs more water than it does carbs. If you noticed, a lot of low-carb diets, like the keto diet, tend to lead to very quick weight loss results in the early stages. That's not a coincidence. It has very much to do with the drastic reduction in carb intake. Now, personally, I don't think it's necessary to reduce carbs as much as you would with a keto diet, since carbs are vital energy sources. Ideally, I'd focus on sodium and creatine first before carbs. But if you do want to go the carb route and you're consuming, say, 300 grams of carbs or more per day, which is pretty common, then dropping that down to 150 grams or maybe even 100 grams for a few days can be a good idea. Exercising more can also help in depleting glycogen stores and, of course, induce sweating, which both can further help with reducing water weight. Now, one more thing you can do is actually drink more water. Water consumption itself isn't the reason for excess water retention. In fact, the absence of water consumption may actually exacerbate water retention as a physiological response to potential dehydration. Drinking plenty of water, like always, is a good idea. So that's reducing creatine, sodium, and carbs, exercising more, and drinking more water. Do this and you can see results very, very quickly. Now, I do want to point out something very important. Excess water retention is not always caused by diet. It can also be caused by things like taking pain and blood pressure medication, by menstrual cycles, and even by kidney and liver diseases. So like with any change you make sure you talk to your doc first before doing any of this. If you do choose to give it a shot, again, don't expect crazy nor permanent results with this. But there is a reason why focusing on water weight is so big amongst bodybuilders and athletes trying to make weight. It can make a difference both aesthetically and weight-wise, and the difference can happen very quickly. But there's also a reason why these athletes quickly revert back to their original diet, because it's not something that should be maintained forever. Essentially, we just want for one fleeting moment to be able to ditch the Instagram filters and tricky camera angles and slap on our favorite skinny shorts we haven't worn pounds since freshman year in high school, which if we can't do that, then what are we even doing here? Six-pack abs before health always. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a watery thumbs up and share it with your quick fix loving friends. Subscribe for more and let me know what you think in the comments. As always, thank you for watching and don't forget to get your protein.